So I'm just using a mixture of greens, phthalo blue, just to create some really nice turquoise colours. There's something so peaceful about mountains and lakes together. It's just like the
what's going on, y'all?
chill out recipe. Ever since
I haven't painted in a long time, y'all.
The Alps.
And I know I got
We went to go see Mont Blanc and
live supposed to be going on at a different time, but what's going on, y'all?
Teas and attractions.
I like my little simple painting, y'all.
Incredible. The thing that had me
Appreciate the love, y'all.
Was the
Appreciate
size
y'all.
of it all. You know, you see these pictures and you don't really understand the size of these mountains and lakes and just
What's going on, y'all?
So
Y'all want to see my kit that I have, y'all?
overwhelming.
Look at this junk, y'all. I got my new little kit right here.
This today because I know how much looking
And
at
I'm
all
watching
that
my video
really
too.
calmed me down and relaxed me, and I really wanted to share.
I appreciate that POV. What's good, y'all? Hey, so this is gonna be part of a series, a series idea I have for y'all, man.
Done, at least. So I'm going to rinse my brush out. So this is what we have so far. There's definitely some refinements that need doing. And
So the idea is, y'all, where we're doing
so far, I'm really liking the direction
yeah, Happy
it's
New
going.
Year for sure.
So next, I'm
The
going
goal
to
is to make it to where we have different days, like Sunday. I haven't decided yet if Tuesday's gonna be Creative Tuesday, where we do a different way of.
So I'm going to just give that a quick rinse just to dampen it. And something that's standing out to me right now is not really working at the moment is the background doesn't seem to blend in great. So what I'm going to
different creative stuff for y'all.
I'm going to melt these two colours together and sort of just blend that in. So I'm going to take some of the olive green.
I got my paint brushes right here, y'all.
That was a bit too much, maybe. And make sure that you guys stay hydrated. I'm actually having a chamomile tea, which again is great for anxiety. And I'm having it in my eco cup, which I find that
the whole idea with painting, man.
Also another thing that really helps my anxiety.
Let's get it popping for sure.
It makes me feel like I'm living in harmony with the planet. And just that alone can have that calming effect. So I'm going to add some olive green, a bit of
Yeah, I hear that little background in there too as well, y'all.
and a little bit of indigo.
Thank you for sharing my live. Appreciate it, y'all.
To sort of create a colour in between these.
I need you guys
I'm just
to
going to take that up.
go follow my. Appreciate you for joining the live, y'all. Supposed to be a whole.
To blend that
Look at your homepage.
into the background now.
What about your homepage?
And I'm going to rinse my brush. I'm not going to touch this mountain in the background because
What's going on,
really
y'all?
is in the background. And I'm just going to rinse my brush so that it's completely clean with just clean water.
This is just another idea for a Creative Sunday, y'all.
And just blend that up further.
Where we do a little bit of painting and to get your mental space right.
So that there's no harsh lines. In fact, you can even use your
What's
finger.
going on, y'all?
Okay, that is looking much better. Okay, next, what is going to be super fun is adding the trees in. So, I am going to take some olive green, and I'm going to add some white to that.
But yeah, what's going on, y'all? This is a Creative Tuesday for myself, y'all.
I'm going to get a lot of paint on the edge of my brush on the tip. And here, I'm
Doing
just
something to
gonna
get my
sort of
mental
go
right, y'all.
down in like a jagged motion. You can go taller
Gotta get my
sometimes, you can go
toothbrushes,
smaller.
Paintbrush is right. What's up, y'all?
There's this jagged motion that is going to
Come join me paint, y'all. Come on. Creative Sunday, y'all. All these brushes I just got this morning, y'all. Jug is lit. I'm super excited, y'all. For real.
And as this is more further in the background, the jagged edges are going to get smaller. And then they're going to get larger again.
What's good, y'all? I don't know y'all can really see me or not, but it's Creative Sundays, y'all. This is a lot more mustardy than I thought it would come out to be.
This is a little bit
I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Rinse your brush off. Next, I'm going to take the sap green, which is a lovely bright green. I'm going to add just a little bit of white to that to make it even
Yo, what's
lighter.
good, y'all?
If you've got a yellow hanging around, you can add just a little smidge of yellow as well. It doesn't matter if you don't, it's not crucial at all. But it just really brings out that bright green even more. I'm just going to use this for now. And we're going to start adding in like the banks of the lake.
What's good, everybody? What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? This ain't nothing but what you wanna call it?
So let's take the sap green
Creative
straight
Sundays.
from the palette. We're going to do the same tree motion now. So we're going to be going up and down. You can be quite textured here.
What's going on, y'all? Appreciate y'all for following. What's good, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Okay, and then wash your brush out. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to start adding in the reflection. So taking that same green, we can start adding the trees in the same jagged way. Now we need to work pretty quickly here. Or you can do it in sections, it's completely up to you if you want to take your time.
What's good, y'all? It ain't gonna be the most exciting thing right now, y'all. This is just a live for painting right now.
Because I'm going to rinse my brush off.
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
Using my big
What's
brush,
going on?
I'm just going to blend in those lines going up and down. You still want to keep a little bit of definition, but obviously you want it to look like it's a reflection so that the water's taking it. And then the further away you can just really blend that out. And then rinse your brush out.
What's good, y'all?
So next, for the darkest colour, we're going to use indigo.
Nah, I can see your comments. What's going on? What's going on, y'all?
So
How y'all doing
really
today?
deep dark colour. So this is what we're going to use to define the trees now. So what we're going to do is just start taking that in little areas in the trees. to separate little bits and to create shadow. I'm coming up from the bottom of the trees. And you can use a much smaller brush for this as
What's
well.
going on, y'all?
Which will give you more control.
Are you in college? Are you saying am I in college? Yeah, I'm in school right now. Well, not literally right now, but I am in school, yeah.
Lovely. And then taking that, I'm going to, again, add in some little reflections. So taking that dark
I am in school.
and then just
What's
bringing
going
down
on,
some
y'all?
of those lines.
Y'all don't like having too much creative
You
time, do
can
you?
even bring them down quite far actually, we don't have to stay up at the top. The longer down we come, the more still the water will look. And if it feels like it's too of a downward arrow, it doesn't look blended enough, just take your brush down
I'm gonna have
and
this
move
sit
it
out like I
side to
want to.
side as you go down.
No, bro.
And that's going to look so blended in, like it's such a good reflection.
A part of me wish I did, so I
And of course,
would,
we
so I
don't
had that
all want the
money.
reflections to be at the same height, because that will be unrealistic. So some create them really long, some create darker, some create lighter.
What's going on, y'all? This ain't nothing but a painting video today. This ain't nothing but a painting video.
Okay, that's awesome. Then just rinse your brush out. I've just taken a photo so I can see it from that sort of point of view, and I feel like these trees, some need to blend in just a little bit more.
Yeah, what's going on, y'all?
Also this section here, just need to
Yeah, my hair a mess right now, but oh well. What's going on, y'all? Just a painting
okay, I'm going to rinse my brush off.
Sunday
You
today.
can either leave it there if you're happy with it, I think it looks absolutely fab just like it is, or if you want to do a little bit more work and you have a palette knife, then we can add a few details with the palette knife. I think palette knives work really, really great when painting, especially nature, because it has a very random effect, if that makes sense. So what we're going to do, first of all, is I'm going to take some of the sap green on my palette knife, and I'm going to run that along here, along that line where the trees are. I'm getting the paint on the side of my palette knife, like that, and then I'm just running it across. Then I'm going to get some indigo and olive green, which is the darker green.
What's up,
and I'm
y'all?
going to do the same thing with that. So I'm going to
What's
get
good,
it on the
y'all?
side of my palette knife, and I'm going to run it across, just underneath the line we've just made. And what you can see is that the canvas picks up some bits of the paint and not others. So that's going to create some natural shadows. Okay, so then I'm going to take some of the sap green, I'm going to add a little bit
No,
of
I
white.
don't. I haven't been in a while.
And I'm just going to add some more interest into the lake. So I'm going to take that, just coming down.
What's going on, y'all?
like there's more
What y'all doing
reflections.
this Sunday, y'all?
So I'm just putting my palette knife perpendicular to my painting and just very lightly pulling that down. So it should just only take the tops of the canvas. I think that creates such a nice effect. You can also use that effect in the mountains, so I can take some brown and add a bit of white to that. And you don't even have to blend that fully.
What's going on, y'all?
You can just
What's up, y'all?
start adding some
Appreciate y'all for joining in. Y'all be coming in and out so quickly.
Add a bit more white, because I think that colour's a bit too similar to what I've already got there.
What's up, y'all?
And that really creates like a rock-like effect. You can even add some darker tones in there too. So these are obviously not like huge things, but they just add to the overall feel of a painting, and they also add a bit of interest when you look up close. So you can, if you've got like a paper towel lying around, you can just wipe the most of it off. And we can even take that same effect down into the lake. We can take some of the white and the blue. And we can start adding some little bits to reflect the sky. Or you can take some green.
Yeah.
And add that as some
What's going on, y'all?
green highlights, reflecting the trees in the background. Or you can use that really dark mixture that we had before of indigo and green. And you can pull that line even further down. We don't want to go too far with the palette knife, but I just think it really adds just a little bit more something special. So there we go, I think the painting is finished. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you guys liked it. If you did, then make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, because it lets me know what sort of content you guys like. And come see what I'm up to on social media. I post on Instagram regularly, so come find me there. The links are in the description box. And I'll see you in the next video.
Yeah, appreciate you for sharing the live. What's going on, y'all?
Hi everybody, and welcome back to my art channel. In today's painting tutorial, we're going to recreate
What's up,
this
y'all?
gorgeous winter scene together, step by step in acrylics. I'm going to show you exactly how to recreate this painting, and we'll do it in real time together. Today we're going to specifically look at brush techniques and how to use the fan brush to achieve these gorgeous trees. So if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. I'm uploading a new tutorial every week, so to make sure you don't miss out, please subscribe. I'm also really excited to share with you guys that I am launching my own online painting course. I know that there are a lot of you out there that maybe feel stuck in that artwork and you're not quite getting the results that you want from your painting. I've been there. Trust me, I've been there with every roadblock you can imagine. And over the past 10 years, I really feel like I've managed to improve my artwork and to come out with a I've learned with you guys to help you in your creative journey too. So if that sounds like something that you'd be interested in, check the description box of this video and I'll pop in there a link to the course with more information on the course and also a place where you can join the waitlist. But anyway, back to today's painting tutorial. Let's paint this wintry scene together.
What's going on,
So
y'all?
today's painting tutorial is going to be a beautiful winter wonderland with northern lights and beautiful snowy winter trees in front. The colours I'm using today are titanium white, magenta, sap green, light blue permanent and Prussian blue. And also Payne's grey, which I'm going to pop there now.
What's up, y'all?
And I apologise for a few of the paints that started running down. That's just because my palette is vertical, so I apologise for this melted paint business. And the canvas I'm using is a canvas panel, which are absolutely brilliant for practicing, and this is size 9 by 12. I will show you the brushes that I'm using, but I really want to encourage you to just use whatever brushes you have to hand. This is a flat brush in the size 18, and this is just a fairly cheap acrylic paint brush that I'm using. Then I have a fan brush, which I would really recommend for this tutorial. Again, it doesn't matter about the brand. This one is by Terry Harrison, but this will be a really great tool for creating trees. And then I have a small detail brush, just size 4 in the shape round by Princeton Velvet Touch, and this is just going to be used for little details at the end. So they're the brushes I'm going to be using. Again, feel free to use whatever you have to hand. I also have a jar of water here and an old towel to wipe my brush on.
What's up, y'all?
Okay, so to begin, I'm just going to dampen off my brush. I'm using a bit of the Prussian blue. I just want to block in where we're going to pop some of these trees. So I want my main focus,
I have no idea, y'all.
the tree, to be about here. And then it's just going to be nice simple shapes.
Out of my head, y'all.
Winter trees
What's up, y'all?
in the background. So that is a very rough sketch, but it doesn't matter because we're going to be painting over this anyway. This is just as a little guide. So first we're going to pop in the background the sky, which are going to be northern lights, and it's going to be beautiful. And I'm not going to use a particular photo reference, but feel free to use a combination of reference photos that you might have found online, or just go with your instinct and add whatever colours you like. You don't have to use the colours that I'm using today. Feel free to go wild and create your own scene. So I'm just going to rinse off my brush and get a little bit of water, not too much. And first I'm going to paste in like the dark sky. So I'm going to take some Prussian blue. I'm going to add a little bit of this magenta. And I'm going to take that especially in the corners, because I like to have dark corners in my paintings. I feel like it draws your eye in. And in the sky, I want the brightest area to be behind this big tree, because this is going to be the subject of our painting. So what I want is a really nice light background here, so that the tree sort of jumps out even more with a high contrast. So I want dark corners, fairly dark edges. But most of all, just have fun with it and experiment. We kind of get ourselves stuck into a rut of wanting our painting to look perfect and be perfect. And actually, it's a lot better to shift our perspective and to think, what am I going to learn with this painting? How is it going to further me in my next painting? And that's a really nice sort of attitude to have, and it takes that preciousness away and really helps us to be more creative. I'm going to add a little bit more magenta in there, and add that in. That's going to give a lovely, rich, purpley feel. And feel free to blend this as much as you want. I kind of like the brush stroke feeling, so I'm quite happy to leave my brush strokes in there. But if you want like a soft transition, really smooth blending, feel free to spend a little bit more time doing that. I kind of like that painterly feel that when you get up close you kind of see them brush strokes. And I love that dark Prussian blue, it's beautiful. It's so intense and dark, yet so much vibrancy at the same time. So because it's the Northern Lights as well, I'm going to do a nice little side-to-side blending motion. Just to blend that out really nicely. Oops. May have picked up a bit of blue there. That's fine. In fact, that was going to be my next stage anyway. Is to take some of this light blue, and I'm going to take this from the bottom quite thick because I want it to blend out, and I'm going to take that across the sky and blend that through. And most likely I'm going to be adding more layers on top when it's dry.
Good morning, what's going on, y'all?
It doesn't matter too much about the vibrancy or anything.
Welcome to Sunday Creatives. Or Creative Sundays, I mean.
On again, but I just want to get this really nice blend with that Prussian blue and magenta. It creates a really nice haze. I'm going to use a sweeping brush stroke to give that a nice blend. Maybe just going to take that up from the bottom slightly as well. Okay, I'm going to wait for that to completely dry before we go on with the next layer. Brilliant, so when that is kind of touch dry, I'm going to take my detail brush and I'm going to use this to add on some more details. I am also going to use my bigger brush. Not with any paint on, but just a little bit damp to blend it through. So I'm going to use both brushes in conjunction with each other, and this is kind of a painting technique that is quite handy, and very often we can just...
I'm painting the name Lifeclarity, the brand name, bro.
It can be beneficial. It all kind of depends on the way you work and your process and practice as well, but it's nice to give it a go and see whether it works for you. So I'm going to take some of the light blue. I'm going to pop a little bit of green into that to make this really nice aqua colour. And I kind of want it to be very vibrant, so that's okay. And I'm going to take this into what we've already done, but it's just going to add another dimension. So I'm going to add little streaks in, then taking my wet brush,
I can make all this come together at once.
Down to blend that through. And if it's picking up a lot of the paint, like it has done there, you can just rinse it off in your water. Take off the excess water with your paper towel, and then just keep on working that in.
Yes, seriously. What's good, y'all? Yeah, I already answered your question, bro.
So you can be completely free and
I'm just
wild.
letting the ideas flow right now.
Just adding these strokes wherever feels right to you. Or you can use a bit of a reference photo.
Doing my best to, at least.
And follow that.
Get the ideas out of my head.
I'm going to add a little bit of a haze down here as well, just to blend those colours in together. And you can see that because we let the layer previous dry first, it's not blending into the background layer, it's just sort of sitting on top.
What's up, y'all?
And that's because what I'm using on top is quite a vibrant colour and it could get dulled quite easily. So I wanted the first layer to dry so that it didn't kind of pick up that dullness. Okay, so at the minute I've got like 2 bright streaks. I want a third because everything seems to happen in threes. That's good. So I'm going to pop another one down the middle here. The rule of 3 and all that.
Yeah, the weirdos really do come out on Sunday morning, don't they? I should have actually just took.
Okay, lovely. And I'm going to rinse off both brushes. And now we're going to do the same thing, but I'm going to add a little bit of white to that same mixture. So we've got a bit of the blue, a bit of the green, and then white. And I really want to make this nice and bright here. So this is going to be a really nice contrast. So thinking where my tree is, so I don't want to put like too much detail here because we'll be painting over that mostly. And maybe here, I'm just going to pop in a little bit of that brighter colour. And then using a damp brush, just blend that through.
That come out like crazy right there, yo.
And let me know in the comments if any of you have seen the Northern Lights in real life. Even if it wasn't, you know, one of these spectacular shows that you've seen, even if you've just seen it a small amount, because I remember in the news.
Yeah, I have seen the show Dexter.
Something to do
It
with
is actually, as crazy as it is a good show. I don't think I would ever say that in my life, but that show is actually pretty good.
Unfortunately, I couldn't see them here where I live, but one day I'll be able to see them in real life. Okay, lovely. So I'm going to let that dry now. And then we're going to add some more pink in, I think. I would like some more pink in mine. So I'm going to rinse off my brushes. And using my small brush, I'm just going to take a little bit of the magenta. I just want to add that in to just bring that vibrancy. And using my big brush just to smooth and blend it out.
Pretty weird for the most part, but it's pretty cool.
she keeps working on it, which is what I always do. Never know when to stop. Okay. Just a little bit more blend in here.
Yeah, I figured so.
Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm going to leave that. So I'm going to rinse
There's a
off my
pretty
brushes.
decent following on there.
And then I think we're going to start working on trees. So I'm going to wait for this to completely dry now because I don't want to pick up the paint that we've just put down. So when this is touch dry, so it shouldn't be too long, we can start adding in the trees. And I feel really sad for my sad paints. They've like gone on my easel and everything, so that's okay, we can scoop them up. So let's work on the trees. This is exciting. I'm going to take my fan brush, and you don't have to use a fan brush. It's just a lot easier because you can use the shape of the bristles to create your tree. And what I will say, if you're not familiar with using one of these, is to have a little practice before you go straight in on your painting, maybe just on a sheet of paper, and just get used to the bristles, maybe try to create a tree, just so you kind of understand how to use it going into the trees. Right, so I'm going to just wet it in some water and take off the excess water, so it's damp but it's not like soaking wet. And I'm going to take some of the Payne's Grey. I'm going to pop that on my palette. Oh, I'll pop it here because what I was going to suggest is adding a little bit of this light blue in with it. So I already have some of that in the background. So I'll just mix that in a little. It's going to just create like a nice grey. But it's nice because it's got a bit of colour. It's not just black and white. It's got a little bit of blue tinge as well. And because it's going to be sort of reflecting the sky, because they're going to be snow-covered trees, and obviously snow will reflect what's above us. So it's nice to use the same colours that we have in the sky. Okay, so what I'm going to do is start popping in the background of some of these trees. So I'm just going to use just sort of kind of nothingness motions really. I'm just using my brush just to fill in some of this dead space here.
Yeah.
And usually I would like to cover all the white and not have any gaps showing through. But I don't know, because we're going to be having like a snow theme, I might just leave that and see how it goes. Leave some of those little bits of white showing through. So it's kind of just like a bit of a base layer in the mid-grey. And then we're going to go over that and we're going to add darks and lights too. Okay, I'm happy with that, that's cool. So let's wait for that to dry and then we can go on top with our trees and start building that forest together. So rinse off your brush and we're going to wait for that layer to dry. Okay, that's awesome. So let's get on with the final part of the painting, which is adding our trees in. I'm going to take some Payne's Grey onto my fan brush. And this, I suppose, could be a little bit scary, painting over what we've created, but don't be too scared. And my one tip with the fan brush is less is more. So we can always add more at the end, but let's just start off really light. And just start sort of like carving those branches in. So I'm just going to take that fan brush down. And using it at different angles to just create that tree shape. And obviously we want the middle bit to be more thicker because that's where the trunk is. So I can pop in a little bit more going down the centre. I think for now I'm going paintbrush. They're really brilliant. Now I'm going to do the same technique and build up those trees so that we've got a little forest growing. I'm going to take the next tree, just starting a bit low because this is the subject of the painting. And this tree here is sort of going to be in the background. And I'm just going to do the same here.